Hello guys. Today we're working on factoring. Okay, so you have a number right there in the front. That's A, that's your leading coefficient. And then you have R and S. Those are the roots or the zeros of the function. So when it's written like this, that's your quadratic function. Okay, in factored form. So these are the factors. R and S are both the roots or the zeros of the function. You can find them written in two different ways. Okay, here's what we're going to do. So here we have a trinomial, and we're using the diamond method over here. Not diamond because it looks like a diamond. I don't know who invented this, not me. Okay, so the numbers that multiply would be right there on top. So that one on top goes right there, and that's going to be your constant, goes right there. Now, the number in the middle is going to be right there in the bottom. So this number right here will go right there in the bottom. Okay, so now we're going to list all the factors that multiply to 36. So 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, and 6 times 6. Beautiful. Now, I need to pick out of these factors those two numbers that multiply to 36, which all of them do in this case because I listed the factors. Now, which one of these add up to the one in the middle, to that one right there, 15? Well, 1 plus 36 is 37, 2 plus 18 is 20, 3 plus 12 is 15. Voila. So this one is the one that adds up to the one in the middle, adds up to 15. So my two factors will be 3 and 12. And the way you're going to write it out will be x plus 3, x plus 12. Okay, this is standard form, this is factored form. Okay, another one. So multiply to 30, negative 30, and add up to the one in the middle, so they add up to 7. Before I do that, I need to list all the factors for negative 30. You know, you can start with 1 times negative 30 or negative 1 times 30. You can do 2 negative 15, negative 2 times 15. And then you can do 3 times negative 10, negative 3 times 10. Okay, these are the factors of negative 30. Which one of those add up to 7? Not this, not this, not this, not this. Oh, of course, it has to be the last one, right? So negative 3 plus 10 adds up to 7. So negative 3 plus 10 add up to 7. The way you write your factors, x minus 3, x plus 10. And here's the deal. If you're not sure, if you were to do FOIL or box here, you would end up with the question. Again, that's a way for you to double check your factors right there, if you're not sure. Do you always have to do that? No, but is it good? Yes, because that way you can double check, make sure that you did it right. Now, for number 3, here's the deal. The leading coefficient is not 1 anymore. The leading coefficient here is 7. So you're going to get the 7. You're going to multiply by that negative 6, by that last number. That's where this negative 42 came from multiplying the leading coefficient by the constant. And you're still looking for those two factors that add up to negative 1. So you're looking for the factors of negative 42. You can go in a sequence, or you can just skip around and see what you can find. So I'm going to list 1 and negative 42. And I also know that negative 1 times 42 will also give me negative 42. So, but I'm not going to write it out. I'm going to do 2, negative 21. And I also know if I switch the signs right there, that will also multiply to negative 42. And I'm going to do 3, negative 14, and nothing else. Oh, of course, 6 and 7. Ha! 6, times 7 because that came from over there. Okay, but here's the deal. I'm looking for the one pair of factors that add up to -1. That one right there, 6 minus 7 is -1. Okay, so 6 minus 7 add up to -1. But here's the deal though. Make yourself a little side note. If you start out by multiplying by 7 here, you need to undo what you just did by dividing by 7. So divide by 7. It is very often that people just flat out forget to divide by 7. Okay, so then you have to simplify the fraction here. Here we'll simplify down to -1, and this fraction right here, you cannot simplify that fraction. So you're going to bring that 7 up to the front. Okay, so the way you're going to write this, you're going to write 7x plus 6. And then here, remember we simplified this down to -1, x minus 1. And you know, I know you're a good student, you're going to go back and multiply this and do FOIL, and you will check your answer, and you will notice that it will come back to the original question right there. Okay, but please, please, please remember to divide by 7 because you started out by multiplying by 7. And you always have to simplify the fraction. Okay, you will not have a fraction right there as your factors. Look for GCF first. And well, I don't have a GCF. I don't have a number that I can divide everybody by and still give me a whole number. So I'm going to go ahead and start by multiplying the leading coefficient by the constant. And then I have -39 from over there from multiplying this. And I'm looking for those two factors that add up to 10 or add up to the one in the middle. Okay, so factors of -39. So I have 1, -39, and of course, -1, +39. And then I have 3 and -13, and also -3, +13. Okay? So 3 minus 13, that's -10. But I need +10 right here. So I also know from the beginning that I could switch the signs between them. So I know -3, +13 will also be factors. And this one in particular, that's the one I need because -3 plus 13 equals 10. Okay, so -3 plus 13 is 10. Okay, because I started by multiplying by 3, I have to divide by 3. And just like on this one, you have to simplify the fraction. Since this fraction right here doesn't simplify, you're going to have to bring that up to the front. Okay, so off we go. This one simplifies down to -1, so x minus 1. And this one, 3 goes in the front, 3x plus 13. These are the factors of this trinomial right here in standard form. Now we're going to practice a whole bunch of this. So we're going to make the diamond ourselves. You're going to multiply that because by looking between 2, 7, and 5, I don't have a GCF. Okay, I can divide 7 by 2 and get a whole number. So you multiply, you get 10 right there. So 2 factors that multiply by 10 and 2 factors that add up to 7. So 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 plus 5 is 7. But remember, we need to undo it by dividing by 2. So divide by 2, divide by 2, simplify the fraction here. That will give you 1. And this 2 will go back in the front. So x plus 1, because we were able to simplify this fraction here. And here this 2, 5 divided by 2 is not a whole number. So you're just going to bring that up to the front. 2x plus 5. Another one. Multiply. You have -9. So you're looking for the factors of -9. and those numbers, they add up to 8. So we have 1 times -9 is -9. 1 minus 8 is going 1 minus 9 is going to be -8, not +8. So I need to switch the signs of my first thought right there. So you have to do -1 and +9. Okay, so -1 times +9 multiply to -9, and -1 plus 9 is 8. Undo, so divide by 3. This one simplifies, this one doesn't. Okay, that one goes up to the front. So I have 3x minus 1, and this one simplifies down to 3x plus 3. Okay? Now, we all recognize this, and this is the box method. But the box method is when you have the two factors to multiply and get this. But now we're doing the box method backwards. Okay? Hang in there with me. Now, here's what we're thinking. I know 2x times x will give me 2x squared. Yes? Because this times this is this. Now, what goes here and what goes here, that when I multiply, I get -4. I'm going to use a pencil right now, okay? Well, I know it could be 2 and -2. Multiplied gives me -4. Okay, but here's the catch though. I need the middle to add up to -7. And if I multiply here, I get 2x. If I multiply here, I get -4x. -4 plus 2 is not -7. Okay, so it cannot be that. So we need to think of something else. How about 1 and 4? 1 and 4. Okay, one of them would have to be negative. I don't know. So -1 times 2 is -2. 4 times x, 4x. They still multiply to -4. But if I multiply here, they don't add up to -7. So that didn't work out either. So I need something bigger than that. So I'm going to have a number here that multiplies to 2 to give me a good number. So let's try this way. 4 times 2 is 8. X times -1 is -x. Oh, we're getting somewhere here. Check this out. 8x minus x is 7x, not -7x. So we're almost there. I can switch the sign here and get that. Because now I have -4 times 2 is -8. -4 times 1, x times 1 is 1x positive. Now when I combine these guys, I get the one in the middle. Okay? And then that will give you the factors of x minus 4, 2x plus 1. That's an option. I don't know. I think this late in the video, we got pretty good about using the method right here, the diamond method. If you want to stick to it, go for it. If you want to do the box backwards, that's an option too. I don't know. I feel like I would be here testing it out until tomorrow morning because I would just always choose the wrong numbers, or always the last two terms would give me the right answer. At least if I'm doing the diamond method, I know it's guaranteed to work always. So I multiplied that. So 2 times negative 4, I get negative 8. And I have the one in the middle right there, 7. So those two numbers that multiply to negative 8, same two numbers that add up to negative 7. Okay, it has to be 1 and 8. 1 and 8, because it needs to add up to negative 7. 8 will be negative. 1 times negative 8 is negative 8. 1 minus 8 is negative 7. Good deal. Now divide by 2. 1 over 2, I cannot simplify. The 2 will go up in the front. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. So here's my answer. 2x plus 1. And then here, I will simplify down to negative 4. So x minus 4. So 2 different methods, same answer. You pick. I'm just going to keep on doing the diamond method just because it takes too long for the guess and check. But if you like the guess and check or the box backwards, go for it. Multiply right there, negative 9. So multiply to negative 9 and add up to negative 8. So 1 and 9. So 1 times 9 is positive 9. So one of those would have to be negative. Well, 9 will be negative because 1 minus 9 is negative 8. Okay, remember to divide by 3 because we started by multiplying by 3. Simplify the fraction. This will simplify, this one won't. Okay, so I have 3x plus 1, and here I have negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. Oh, there's a cute one. So this one, I already know, multiply to 1 and has to add up to negative 2. Well, negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. Easy. And because I didn't start out by multiplying, I don't have to go back and divide. So easy money right there. So x minus 1, or you can write it like this, x minus 1 squared. Either way, that's good. Okay, one more on this page. Multiply right there. So I have negative 30. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 30. Same two numbers that add up to positive 1. 5 and 6. So one of them would have to be negative. So 5 minus 6 will give you negative 1. But I need the one that adds up to positive 1, not negative. So 6 minus 5 is 1. Okay? And because we started by multiplying by 2, you divide by 2, simplify the fraction. This one doesn't simplify, but this one does. So bring this up. 2x minus 5. This one simplifies down to 3. So x plus 3. Good deal. I will make a new video for factor by grouping.